Welcome to part 8. Please watch these videos step by step. Here's a quick recap. You are consciousness having a dream that you are the universe. The universe forgot what it was, so it created this reality. This reality is a self-realization or self-discovery simulation. This simulation comes with an interface. That interface is your mind. Your mind comes with two avatars. Each avatar has its own opposing point of view. You can choose to step into either point of view, but if your consciousness falls below a certain level, you forget that you're at an avatar's point of view. You end up thinking that you are the avatar when in fact the real you is asleep in the control room. We learned that thousands of years ago humanity was more conscious than it is now. We used both avatars. We learned that humanity was advanced and was in contact with civilizations from other planets. We also learned that something happened to humanity. We forgot our true nature and became less conscious. We also learned that the universe has its own mind, which comes with two avatars. Each avatar has its own opposing point of view. Consciousness works through the true universal avatar in order to create and guide us. The false universal avatar runs on an algorithm which is to oppose whatever the true universal avatar does. It feeds off death, destruction and fear. We learned that the false universal avatar creates creatures with distorted states of consciousness. We also learned that humanity used to be in contact with beings from other planets, and 2,000 to 3,000 years ago humanity came into contact with a predatory parasite who feeds off low vibrational energy. It's unclear if we reached them or they reached us, but what is clear is that they are here. This dark deity came with an army of parasites. These parasites can also be referred to as the archons. Archon is also Greek for ruler. We'll get to that later. The goal is simple: to turn the planet into a human farm so they can endlessly feed off humanity. Remember, they're in search for immortality and completion. They need an endless supply of energy. Humans are good at producing powerful, low vibrational energy, which is what they eat. So how did we fall prey to this predator? It's important to note that these archons are experts at deception and manipulation. They can control human perception. Mental plane. It's important to understand that we exist on different planes. There are three main planes on which we exist. That's the physical, mental and spiritual. The archons mainly operate on the mental plane. You can see how they can easily manipulate someone who isn't aware of their mentality, someone who thinks they are their mind. In order to get a good grasp on human affairs, the archons needed actual humans on the ground operating on their behalf. So they created certain human hybrids that they could easily possess and work through. These hybrids have certain bloodlines and have kept it going since. These bloodlines were to become the royal families and the rulers of this world, so they can directly control humanity towards their agenda. It's unclear exactly what happened when they first contacted humanity, but shortly afterwards they started controlling human affairs from behind the scenes. They systematically started erasing certain information about who we really are, why we are here, and the nature of reality. They also introduced large religious institutions as a way of mass mind control. Perception, deception. The key is to have you believe you are just little powerless you, separate from God, and you will be punished for eternity if you misbehave. Remember, this predator and its archons are creations of the false universal avatar. So in order to manipulate humans, all they need to do is keep us looking through the false universal avatar and keep us ignorant of the fact that we can choose which avatar we want to use. Fast forward to today, these archons are still here and their agenda is getting closer and closer. One of their ways of working is through Satanism. When the average person thinks of Satanism, they think of people worshipping that Satan of the Christian Bible. But remember, there are two opposing forces at work in the universe: negative, positive, expansion, contraction, love, fear. Satanists choose to work with the negative force, and they have a certain way of viewing reality and how they interact with it. They serve and live through the false self / false universal avatar. They are tuned into the physical world. They serve the flesh, the beast. Here are some of the ways a Satanist views the world. Moral relativism. No such thing as right and wrong. You decide what's morally right and wrong. Egotism. Service to the ego. Service to self is life's highest goal. Social Darwinism. Survival of the fittest. Drag people down and do what you can to get yourself on top. If you look closely, you see that most people have satanic ideologies and they don't even know it. You soon realize that most of today's society is one big satanic ritual. The predator is feasting off the low vibrational energy, whilst our shepherds or archons, aka rulers, guide us towards a never-ending slaughterhouse.